What's up, guys? It's Bread.
And it's Butter.
And this is Bread and Butter Reviews.
And we review things that probably don't deserve to be reviewed. Alright, today we're going to be talking about drum chords.
I got my old Casio with Juno MIDI on it for the sounds. My Casio CTK 720.
Yeah.
And I have it set on setting number 241, which is the different drum sounds. It's called drum set. And I want to start with what's on the very first D note on the piano.
Sounds good. Let's do this.
All right, how do you feel about this?
I like that one. It definitely reminds me of like mid 90s rap snare. That's for sure.
Well, I don't know very much about percussion myself, but I know River here likes to play it.
A.K.A. Butter. Yeah, I like. I drum a little bit on the side. I've been practicing for about a year now, and I'd say I know a thing or two about good old drums. And no, I like that snare a lot. It's very crisp. Doesn't sound like it has much rattle to it, which is good.
Okay, I'm gonna play it again just so I can kind of get another fresh look. See, I'm getting a little bit of something else. So not like 1990s hip hop or rap or anything like that. But it's more along the lines of maybe like the Civil War. I'm getting like big Civil War vibes. Like there's two armies coming at each other. There's a bunch of nerds and with some drums instead of any guns, and they're just going. Yeah, you know, different formations and stuff like that.
I also like it because when you blast it like that, it kind of sounds like a really terrible like video game gun sound effect.
Yeah, it really does. Like this old Doom game or something.
Yeah.
That was a lot faster than I can go.
I got fast fingers.
I bet you do.
Yeah?
There's a reason they call you Butter.
They call me Pimp Master Perrine on the side sometimes.
The Pink Punisher himself. Okay, I'm gonna be the first to rate this, our first ever rating. So I'm gonna use the Bedoink scale here for our ratings, as always, and I'm gonna give it 6.5 Bedoinks.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty solid sound, and it brings back some good memories of different things I've seen, like documentaries, and like, it's really fun.
Alright.
And I liked how you said it was crisp. That's a very great way to define it. I think it's very crisp. And that gives me reason to give it above like a 5 or something. But when it comes down to it, it's bland and short. So
yeah, examples aside, I'm a fan of like no rattle snares, so I'm gonna have to give it probably a 7.1 Bedoinks.
that's a solid amount of Bedoinks.
I like that snare.
That's good. Okay, Butter, give me a number between 1 and 17.
13.
13. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
We're
13.
counting down the keys, by the way.
Yeah. So this is 13 keys right on my keyboard of the last drum set that we did. So now we're gonna rate. Okay. This makes me think of like a wood block, and I know it's not. The little symbol by it makes it kind of seem like it's like the left side of bongos, which I could see.
Yeah.
But like every time I've really heard bongos, I feel like it doesn't sound so hollow.
Yeah.
That really sounds like a wood block to me.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I agree 100% with that. To me, it definitely sounds like a really shitty drum, like a bell. Like a really shitty cowbell.
You know, actually, the cowbell's on here, and I know we're not rating the cowbell at this point in time, but I'm going to show you what the cowbell is supposed to sound like.
All right. See, that sounds like a good cowbell.
That is. See, this sounds like a shitty cowbell, and that sounds like a good cowbell.
That's probably why the keys are close together.
You know what? I feel like that's probably a good idea. A lot of these, actually, they're pretty similar next to each other. I guess there's probably like some kind of progression. I don't know if that's just because they're lazy or if that's someone that organized it, or like the person who was designing the keyboard kept making mistakes. He's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna keep the keys close together, so at least it's gonna sound the same.
He's just like, hey, I've got an idea. How about I put the good cowbell and the shitty cowbell next to each other?
Yeah.
Just to make it easier.
Yeah, I'm gonna call this one bongos. Here's the right side of the bongos, by the way. I really like that right bongo.
That right bongo definitely sounds a lot more bongo-ish than it should. Or maybe it's just the combination of the two that bring out the bongos within them.
Yeah, I gotta take back what I said earlier. When I play both of them next to each other, it does kind of sound like bongos.
Yeah.
Like, still, like, not good bongos.
Right. Very out-of-tune bongos.
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 Yeah, can I get a fat hip out of that,
Bongo?
Dude.
Dude, hit it again. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get back to the meat of this. I'm gonna rate it.
All right.
Just because it doesn't really sound like bongos unless it's with the other one, and it does sound cheap, and like we thought earlier that might be a kind of a cowbell noise. I'm gonna have to give it a pretty low rating of maybe like, God, I don't want to give something this low this early on, but like a 2.9 bedoinks.
2.9 bedoinks, huh? Yeah, I think as a standalone sound, it's very low rating in my opinion. Very, very low bedoink rating. But together, I would probably rate it higher, but we're only rating them individually, so I'm going to have to give it probably like a 2.6 bedoinks.
That's close. That's
Yeah,
really
we
close.
agreed.
Yeah, so far we're agreeing pretty well. Okay, give me... Okay. Let's see. Even or odd?
Odd.
Odd. So I'm going to keep going right then, because in my mind I set up that odd was going to the right on the piano. Between 1 and 9.
7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 7 drum noises over. This should probably be our last drum set review.
Correct.
I'm going to play the sound a couple times. Okay. Right off the bat, I'm going to say I love it. There's something about it.
I like it. It has a really nice ring to it, in my opinion. And I think another reason that I like it is because I really like old black and white movies, and those old black and white movies definitely remind me of a time where you had to be patched in to telephones in order to make calls.
I definitely
and
see that.
And it definitely sounds like the sound that the operator would make to patch you into someone else.
You know, that actually makes a lot of sense, because what I was thinking sounded like on older phones, like the little like flip phones and stuff, like when you'd like play games or like hit the notes, like the different numbers on the phone pad, like that's definitely sounds like something that'd show up on there, like that's like the number 3 or something.
I agree. If that was on my personal set, I would be hitting it constantly.
Almost too much. Like people would wonder, like, hey, why does he keep clicking that? Honestly, I don't even know what that is. I can't tell you what. Maybe you can get a better look at it than me. I don't know what that could possibly be.
I have no idea. It's just a sound that is percussion, and yeah, that's about the size of it.
Yeah, I think there'd be a whole lot of By the way, the other sound is the cowbell noise, the good one from before.
Throwback to the cowbell.
Throwback to the cowbell. You know what? I'm gonna hold it off. I have something in mind. Don't let me forget.
Okay.
Quick rating for the very, very nice old kind of phone sounding drum set. You rate it first this time.
All right. I'm going to have to rate that just on a very serious tone, probably a good 7.7 bedoinks. That is my rating for this instrument sound. I see you looking pretty skeptical over there, Brad. Do you have something to say?
How dumb are you? That's literally the exact number I was thinking in my head. Like,
wow.
I was thinking like, oh, I'm rating this too high right now. I don't know. There's no way. Like, I feel like an idiot. And then he threw the same number. Wow, 2 of a kind.
Boy, I must be an idiot then.
We really do get to go together like
bread and butter.
Well, that's going to be the end of episode 1. Catch us next time when we talk about something sexy.
Something a little bit too sexy, perhaps.
And now, quick, very fast. 8.1.
Oh!
8.1 badoinks.
8.1, dude.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.